The whole idea is that the mediation process is supposed to be a without prejudice process. In other words, it's not supposed to prejudice anybody. Even the notion that they started it and walked away from it, that itself should not prejudice the person in any way. The mediators who provide mediation services oftentimes will tell the people, look, if you want me to be your mediator and help you, whatever happens here stays here. It doesn't actually exit here. You can't subpoena me to testify. You can't get me to write a report. There is one kind of mediation which is called open mediation, where people sign on from the very beginning. They sign on saying, I want you, mediator, to report on how the mediation has gone, whether we're successful or unsuccessful, whether one person stonewalls or the other person doesn't. So at the end of the process, if this process is unsuccessful, we get a report from you, and then the mediator can write a report that says, so-and-so didn't show up for their appointments, so-and-so didn't bring the information they were supposed to do, so-and-so dragged their feet. And that's the sort of report that can then be filed by the person who is frustrated in court and say, look, I tried to avoid court. I went through this mediation process. I even paid my half. And look what happened. Here's my report that shows to you how much of a hassle I had to deal with. Negotiating or mediating a negotiation or somehow settling the case outside of court is forever an option. But when someone like this caller is involved in a situation that has simply just dragged on for so long, they have to look at their other options. And one of their other options is to say, you know what, I'm going to go to court. I'm going to start a court proceeding against my spouse. And then that person gets served. And it says right on the court document they've got 30 days to defend this, or a judgment will be made against them. That then gives that person who is frustrated the power to say, look, I'm giving you 30 days. Either we settle this in the next 30 days, or you defend this proceeding. You choose.
Is 7 months a long period of time to be in mediation?
It sounds on its face to be long,
yeah.
But like you said, we don't know what's involved. There may be businesses involved that need to be appraised. There may be estates that need to be wound up. There might be assessments that are being undertaken with respect to pensions, properties, the children. A custody and access assessment. When somebody hires a psychologist to do a custody and access assessment, it's not uncommon for that to take 6 months.